All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I normally don't talk about a stock back to back, but I do want to cover MULN one more time. Look, there are no guarantees in the market, all right? But yeah, I said 25 should have been, knock on wood, close to guarantee, and I did get to make some money on that after hours and pre-market myself. But the day did what I expected, just my numbers were off, right? It opens higher than it closes. That pisses me off a lot, let alone closing just under the 20, right? So we'll talk about these shortly, but yeah, the run to 25 at least happened as it should have, which is solid, and I hope you guys did well with that, okay? Rivian right after. Man, Rivian has just been killing it, all right? And the cool thing is today's news seems very, very positive, all right? So I will flash the NASDAQ because actually NASDAQ looks like it's calming down, kind of the same with the S&P and Dow Jones. So it's weird to throw these two EVs at the front, even though NASDAQ's kind of cooling off. But yeah, just interesting to see both of them, right? And then TTOO. Look, I've been watching TTOO on the sidelines. I've really wanted to get into TTOO. It's looking close, I'll be honest. It kind of reminds me of NVOS in a little bit of a way. But yeah, these are the three we will talk about. But before we go any further, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this thing on the internet, comment good or bad, like the thing. Look, anything you can do really does help me out with the YouTube algorithms. But for real, just being here and giving me your time is super, super appreciated, all right? So look, let's get into it. And if you watched yesterday's MULN video, one thing that I basically said was the run to 25, nothing's guaranteed, okay? And again, you got to remember the line was right here yesterday, right? So you can see the average 20 was 25. That's where I got that number from. The run to 25 really seemed, nothing is guaranteed, all right? Technical analysis makes nothing more guaranteed. Like, nothing is guaranteed in the market. The reason we do these things, the reason why I use my indicators and these moving averages is to, you know, try to give me a better advantage, right? And generally speaking, if you can break the 8, you should run to the 20, right? And look, since the split, this thing has never been over the 8 except for yesterday, all right? Even before the split, you can see it's barely been over the 8 since, I mean, give or take the beginning of the year, right? So the fact that we broke it so well, yeah, I thought we would run up. And you know, I did something I normally don't do. I made a buy after hours and I made a sell during the pre-market, okay? I did not ride it all the way up. I had my number in mind. And look, it was around 17 or 18 when I bought. I'll be honest, I don't know the exact number in sell, but maybe it was even 19. I honestly don't remember. But again, whatever. Let's even just call it 19. Let's call it 20 because that's just easier math for me. Going from 20 to 25 is more than a 20% swing, right? Every 2 cents is 10%, right? I made 5 cents on 20 at least, right? So that's a little bit more than 20%. And yeah, I set a sell for 25 and I got to fill. There's no what do you call it, stop losses, right? That's a lot of the reason why I don't do a lot of like things during the after hours or pre-markets. But yeah, I took a little bit more of a gamble and it hit because again, in my head, I thought the move would happen, all right? Now let me tell you why I just strong, and if you watched the video, I thought we were going to open at 25 and go down to 19, all right? Instead, we open up here at 28 and drop all the way down to 22, okay? And why did I think that was going to happen? Let's just kind of take a zoom back, right? The last time we were on the 20, that's exactly what happens right here. We open up here at 273, we close down here at 250 something. Same thing here. We open at 290, again, drop all the way, right? Even before that, same right here, right? We open up here at 378 or 373, whatever, we drop all the way down to here, right? So the last few times we played with the 20, we made this move. And I was ready for it, right? And hopefully you were too. I tried to be as loud as I could about it. And I will be genuinely honest with you, okay? Because again, let's just look at history, right? I was really confident that we broke the 8 and we're going to go to the 20. Okay. And look, there is so much red right there. Like, man, if we broke the 20, it would have been a sexy run to the 50. We did not break the 20. We actually closed down here in the 22-cent range. We needed to be up here in the 23, right? So we failed that break. And as good as it looks like we've confirmed the 8, what I see seems to be a repeat of history. You know what I mean? And hey, maybe third time's the charm. I have no crystal ball here, right? But I'm skeptical. I really am. I don't care that this looks really good. I actually don't even care that volume is better. Like, I live and die by the moving averages, and I am not convinced we've taken the 20. What's after hours doing? We're going down just a little bit, all right? And again, you know I don't care about after hours too much. You can see it's kind of just dancing right here. It's basically going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Yesterday's after hours was going up, 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 right? So like even that alone is a little different. But man, I'm telling you, obviously we physically did not break it. You know what I mean? And I could see this now coming down to the 19 cents that I expected yesterday. Look, I do not think we're going to come into the 17. I really, maybe we wick it, all right? But I don't think we're going to come into the candle, all right? I am actually hoping we still stay over the 8 because I'm telling you, I want to throw in a lot of money if I can between 26 and 74. All right, that's a beautiful channel, right? Like, I want to throw so much money into that. I need to believe, all right? That's really the moral of this. And I'm telling you, I don't think we've broken the 20 yet, because just one last time, it smells like history. Get up there, fail. Get up there, fail, and then hard, right? So and look, let me just be on. Look, I am not here to spread fear or rumors or anything like that, but this is the realm we were in when they had to do the last reverse split, right? So, I mean, in the back of my head, if this 10-cent thing didn't hold and run, like if we actually start going down again, there has to be a little part of us that's all like, oh my God, when's the next reverse split coming, right? So, real quick, let me flash the NASDAQ as well, all right? NASDAQ did a real nice bounce, and I don't know if we're coming down, because look, that's not a good MACD, that's not a great RSI, that's actually a relatively scary volume right there too, you know what I mean? So if NASDAQ cools, and again, I'm not here screaming like it's going to be scary and things like that, right? But yeah, if we lose the 20, that could be a real hard fall to the 50. That could slow some things down, right? So just at least keep that in your back pocket, because no tech is better than NASDAQ. Just remember that. But man, if we can break the 20, this, oh my God, I would love to trade this. I still need a little bit more to believe, all right? That's really the moral of the story right here. Hey, let me know if you disagree. Otherwise, just my thoughts on that, of course, you know? Look at this, all right? Man, I'll be so honest with you. I'm like wildly disappointed that I was sick during most of this because like, man, Jesus, you know what I mean? But look where we're at right now. Today is the first time ever, all right? We've not only like that's just an insignificant wick, right? Like we broke it, and we broke it by a lot, it being the 200 moving average. This thing is now over all moving averages, and that's a beautiful thing, all right? Obviously doing it once is nice and all, but we want confirmation, right? And if that happens, man, look at where we're sitting. Red, green, potentially going from 20 to 30. That's a quick 50 burger right there, right? So that looks good. Volume keeps growing. There were some sales numbers, and it sounded like Rivian was doing, look, I live in LA. I see Rivian pickup trucks very often, all right? They're generally in the nicer neighborhoods. I'm not going to pretend that they're not, right? But Yeah, it's they're cool trucks. I'm not going to say that they're not. And look, if we can confirm that 2160 break on top of that moving average 200 break, man, there is nothing but red, 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 red. I'll draw another line. Why not? Let's see what the bottom of this looks like. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Oh man, I love it. I really do. I think this is too far back to even care about. I guess we can kind of draw something in the middle of that right there. But yeah, no, I like it. I like this so, so much actually. Rivian, let's see how it confirms the 200. But this is fantastic. All right. And look, this is a high RSI. I generally start to say around the 80s, get ready for a cool down. If there was going to be any sort of cool down, I don't think we're losing the 200. I think maybe we come back down to this 21. That'll give us the 200 to stop. That'll let the 8 catch up. I think maybe we do like a little kiss off the 8 and run. But this stock looks like it wants to get to the 28s and 30s. And then again, after that 30, there is so much recovery that this thing wants to have. Again, I don't want you to have $60 dreams just yet, but you know, there are some really big moves that could actually happen here. I'm just kind of drawing the lines up there, right? But whew, my goodness, let's just throw this one in there just to have it. But this thing might want to go 25, 30, 40, and from there, right? So Rivian is looking sexy. One more time, just in case you fast forwarded to this part. Look, NASDAQ seems like it's cooling. At the same time, for all I know, all we're going to do is one more bounce on the 8 and keep going, right? But MACD is looking a little shady. Obviously, still super, super high from getting to the 0 and negative, right? So it's not like I'm like screaming crash or anything stupid, right? Like you can see, we're a long ways away, okay? RSI was high. It definitely got into the high 80s. Looks like it's coming down. We can see it coming. It could come to the 30s, right? And a drop from the 50s to the 30s might mean a drop from the 20 to maybe the 50, maybe this 1300. But you know, NASDAQ needs to do well for Rivian to do well, right? But again, good sales numbers and things like that, maybe it'll do its own thing. But there's a lot to like here for sure. And look at that. We're coming up on the 50. Man, look at that beautiful golden cross right there. Oh, gosh. Rivian looking really good, actually. TTOO. Okay, look. I say it so many times, all right? Bad things happen under the 8 and the 20 until, really good things happen, all right? And look, just can't get over the line. If you do, you get to the next one and then you fail. Can't get over the line. You almost do and then you can't. You almost do and then you can't. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a really long time. However, today was an important day. All right. Today wicked $10, right? Like today was an important day. There is a lot of red all the way to 30 cents, right? Like there's a lot that could happen, but you know, there's still some things that we need to have happen, right? So I think, yeah, at that point, that's 9 cents. Where is 10 at? It's a high 9 is what it is. But yeah, we gotta close right there. We gotta close into the 9s, pretty close to 10 cents actually. You can see 10 is like, if I had to guess, that's 0.99, right? Like I'll set an alert at 10 cents. I think if this thing can hit 10 cents, TTOO, there is reason to believe it'll want to come to 17. That's a fat swing right there if it hits, all right? MACD is close to the 0. RSI is not great. That's kind of a weird down, but look, it's still green over red. That is what I like. And look, today was an important volume day. All right. Tomorrow needs to hold, right? I want to stay at around 130 million, not come down back to 3, right? So 30, excuse me. But man, TTOO, like I said, bad things happen under the 8 and the 20 until you can do what Rivian does and do good things, right? Until, there's MULN, I'm going to have to go back for a while, but yeah, bad things happen under the 8 and the 20 until it doesn't. I don't know. I should have picked a good one in my head, but yeah, I'm still not convinced yet. Today was a good, important day. Today was a nice 12%. Don't get me wrong. We need confirmation. All right, because just again, look at this thing. It's been since here, since January that we've been under the 8 and the 20. And really, it's been an insignificant time we were above it. You can keep going back. Keep going back. This thing is pretty much only under the 8 and the 20 most of the time. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that said, if this thing can get into the 10s, that actually might be a really nice trade to 17. I think that is the money line. Truth be told, maybe even give yourself an 11-cent alert. Going from 11 to 17 is still really, really fat. You know what I mean? So, hey, just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, thank you as always.